I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to an explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. And they also had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikasaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up till now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, the door in the data center, and Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After all, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Lot of shit to do, places to check, things to be. Might as well start with the dorms because we were like right here, so. And hey, what do you know? They're open. The gate's open. I can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. It's a giraffe! This is a room filled with lockers. It must have been for Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Can I open any of them? I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. This must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers on the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took out my notebook and ran it across the card reader. And then, bzz, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do that. Well, I don't think I'll be opening any lockers then, so let's just continue on. Well, so far exploring these floors has really opened up my eyes to the whole mystery behind. Whoa, this is a nice place. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more like adult atmosphere. It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko! I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check out one more time. Huh? A regret? What was that regret of yours? Dots. Kyoko almost looks meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. I mean, I could clearly... Now, I'm sure I'm probably supposed to inspect like, the wine and alcohol here, but, like, I can clearly see there's some hidden door here. So let's start with that. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is this some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something? There's a gap there, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out of it. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of the wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password, and the door should open right up. But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on. I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had desired to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. What about your name? Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. Dots. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as a password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure? Dots. It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. Dots. If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know what your guess is. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, beep. Hey! He did care about you, sweetie. What? That did it. Kyoko, it worked. Fuck. Why? Kyoko? Dots. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko? Yeah, her whole life she's probably been like, I want to cut ties with him, but like in reality he did actually still. Oh look, is that a picture of her and him in the background? He did care about you. He probably had his own shit to deal with. Like, at least he didn't fucking... I feel like he didn't, like, I know this is like a sensitive subject. I'm sure a lot of people have their dads walk out on them, but I'm sure he did it with a purpose. He wouldn't, especially because he still thinks about her. You can obviously tell he still thinks about her, so obviously he had some sense of, like, I want to do that. And maybe what he was doing was to protect her. Sometimes, you know, it hurts to do that, but, like, I don't know. Maybe he's like, I could only... like, I only hurt her when I look at her or something like that. So, like, I'm gonna leave and have her grow up. Because, like, my theory is that, like, if he didn't want to be a detective, he was like, I'm going to leave because maybe my daughter wants to be a detective. And I don't want her growing up with someone who doesn't care about her passions. So, in all reality, he left because it would help her. And that he still thinks about her. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy? That's what made it so unusual. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. Jesus. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay. Be careful, Makoto. What? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. Huh? If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there? Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Dots. Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Oh, I couldn't help myself. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Holy schmoly! How do you fit a skeleton in there? What was in the box? What's in the box? Oh, it's Fruit Loops. It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box? My father. Huh? What about him? What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him? Well, given the circumstances, I can tell that his hip bone was actually slightly larger on the left side than the other. And also, he had a chink in his femur. I can recognize that knuckle skull anywhere. My father was unintelligent, so I can tell that he had a minuscule skull. Just wait, no, he actually was intelligent. What was I? Whatever. Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So, the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. They didn't specify that he was dead, so, I mean, I guess you're right. It's very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only one who was ever alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. Starting from the top, I opened the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer, is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk. A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it was, or what it is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Dots. Is it really okay? I mean, our lives are on the line, dude. I think us rummaging through some dead dude's stuff is like not a problem. Like, I would. Are you kidding me? Like, our lives are on the line now. We need to like investigate everything. Listen, Makoto. Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it? I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it's only inconvenient. It'll only inconvenience you that much more, but could you leave? Just for a little while. Let me be alone for a bit. Kyoko? Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. Dots. You know, Kyoko, you told me before that the relationship you had with your dad, how you'd only connected by blood, but not by heart and soul. But maybe the picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? Dots. If so, it's just a theory. A game theory! Thanks for watching! And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry. Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Dots. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran it across the card reader, and beep. All right, just as what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happened to be the headmaster. My father! It's Kyoko's journal! He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go through with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Dude's just trying to, like, protect the future. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. If this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in the locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since she left when she was little. I decided to talk to someone who came up with the plan directly. It just so happened to be the headmaster, my father. And that confirms that statement just confirms that our school lives were erased. We knew each other before we came here. Everyone had their memories erased. Kyoko met with her dad when she arrived here, but her memory of that was erased, and all we could remember was us walking into the school and then passing out. That's all we can remember, and I'm sure us passing out was the point at which they started the memory, you know, dissection, and then when we woke up, but you know, in the random classrooms is when they ended it. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we... Oh, fuck. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Is that how we read it? I don't know. Lock it, Pocket. I don't know. Took the emergency handbook and ran across the card reader and beep. Looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what we got inside. Oh, whoa, whoa! This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. There's a crystal ball. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yashihiro Hagakure! We did go to school here! Our memories were erased! Dots. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yashihiro Hagakure. Is this our Yashihiro? The notebook also contains a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into the evil world. We never had a chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? It's his notebook for when he did go to school here. Oh, great, the douchebag himself's here. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Hey, Makoto. Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive you just because you're you? When we get out of here, remember this moment. Oh my god, I have to... Why the fuck do I need to talk to you? I'm just trying to investigate myself. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. And he like whips out his dick. That's what I was going for that, but you're like, no, you gotta talk to me first. And I'm like, what the fuck? Let me investigate on my own time, bitch. Fucking douche canoe. It was on top of a pathetically ostentatious desk. Like, why, like, just say messy. I don't fucking... Class 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and Murkuro. Apparently class 78 refers to us. Wait, then we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room. So that's where she got it. This is where she got it from. That's right, it also mentioned class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers, there can be no doubt Murkuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Murkuro Ikasawa, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in such a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Murkuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What? In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Murkuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read it, can't? That's what I was trying to do! But you're like, oh, you're gonna ignore me? Fuck you! It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us in such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Murkuro reappeared suddenly. In the background an entity floats, close by, just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Murkuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Murkuro's behavior too. This is my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. The fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Murkuro was part of the Ultimate Despair? I don't think there could be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Murkuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Murkuro? Plus, even the headmasters seemed to be afraid of what Murkuro was capable of. They wouldn't have to take her completely. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that, almost like Sakura. But maybe it was suicide. Ah, shit! The Mastermind killed themselves, and it's actually just Monokuma running on autopilot. Hiro was right. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Murkuro was. What's wrong, Makoto? Huh? You seem to be lost in thought. But I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. The further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? You're hopeless, idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is, maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Murkuro? Is that what he's trying to say? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right? That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Murkuro's profile has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Because then they say it was like 5'9", 31, 22, 32. Ah, Makoto, you're here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about what that Monokuma door. So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I can't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that actually really sucks, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, I'll be Mr. Oh, God, you disarm the trap with my face. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Ah, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Dots. Everything will be okay, right? All right, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, and the door opened much easier than I expected. This must be where they control Monokuma. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. Is it really? It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some sort of cockpit. Then could that mean? All right, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each of them named with different rooms next to it. And just as Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now. So I'll just cheer you on from over here. I heard the bwell, so that could only mean... Did I just hear what I think I heard? Yep. Bwell. Dots. Is that Monokuma? Dots. Hey! Grrr! Goro! Give me all your donuts! Dots. Is that you, Hina? What? Aw, man, busted! How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. I guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it. Aw, man! You were seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside controls Monokuma. So again, in our theory, they can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Whoa, hey, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma. Monokuma? What? For real? Yep, looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind had been controlling Monokuma from this room. And the control room is totally separate from the data center area and with all the monitors. In other words, they're going to readdress it. Maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess it would have to be true. But if that is true... It's very... Oh my god. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, and the only people to take a single step in host peak of the killing game began as those 16 students. Then the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, it really is the 16th student. Dots. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. Dots. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up those traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to go check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Wait, but... Hey, look, there's like a trap door here. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. Oh my god! This is our time to fucking investigate! Stop being a bussy! RAR XD. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? So can I actually like... Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated system has activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone could keep a body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. Why would you rather stainless steel to leather? What the fuck? I guess I don't know. I just feel like I'd rather have something durable than like, yeah, like you could just like puncture leather with like a knife or something, right? This is the instruction manual for the fridge. But wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But wait. If the theory of one of us being the mastermind is true, there should only be 6 lights. There's still another person alive, folks. The real mastermind is still alive. Let's us investigate. That's a sentence. I'm guessing I have to redo all this stuff, right? Dots. Huh? It's gone. Murkuro's body. It's not here. Is it in the tool shed? Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But the corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. The tarp played a key role in another case, so I better take a look into it. What about the chicken? Should I reinspect the chicken? The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which would mean the killer might have left some kind of clue behind. Huh? So they got the tarp from the biolab. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on the corner of the tarp. It says biolab. Then this originally came from the biolab. Tarp has been added. Uh-oh. Is it already time? This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since we're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. Boop, 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 boop. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASAP possible. What? Now? He wants to give us a hint? That's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, dots. He said to go to the gym, right? Oh man, what happened to my cool music? Dots. Oh, hey, hero. Whoa, Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason, man. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out, man. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Dots. Listen, sorry, but I gotta go, man. Hero, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Okie doke. Let's find out what Monokuma has to say. Probably gonna spank my ass cheeks. Uh-oh! He's the bear, the myth, the legend, Monokuma. Like how it was just me in the gym. Hello, welcome, hello. Are you all ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in an envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? Was it top secret hentai or some shit? This must be the envelope. Oop, boop, boop, boop. And just so you know, I won't be answering any more questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. We did know each other! Our school lives were erased! It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. That's Murkuro! She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at the file. Murkuro Ikusaba. Then this girl is... We knew her! What? Why? Why is Murkuro here with everyone else? Because we knew her! She went to school with us! And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms? I don't remember any of this. And, now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. Maybe because you're taking the picture. I don't know. The picture of all 15 other students, but not me. Maybe you were the one taking the picture. Ever thought about that? I don't know. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember even ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived at Hope's Peak Academy. Yeah, right, you ding dong. Well, I mean, I guess that is true, but like not in the sense that you think you did. So it's natural for me not to be in the picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone else was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet? You're kind of getting in the way of standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. 3. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it! Group photo. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. I don't say it was confusion. If that photo is real, then it just also proves that we did know each other. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But I mean, if it's with everyone, but it looks so real, so full of life, how could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Dots. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear this up. No, I have to clear this up. Biolab. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there... Oh my god. Did you open up a freaking thing and they were like all bloody or some shit? Was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? Jesus Christ. Toko, are you okay? No, no. She's not dead, is she? Ah! It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in a place like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? How hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Moore so? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo, bazang! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Genocide Jack's memory. But I want to know right now, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuyo's around somewhere doing his own investigating. By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Ah, I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's got to be some reason for it. I'm sure the reason's hanging wide open. The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight the last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. She faints so easily. Kyoko! It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay? I'm sorry I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize. But listen, about this room. Oh yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah, I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, see what was in there, and, well, there you have it. You knew she fainted? I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear. I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything got to be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea. Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong? Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Muro's body is in here. Muro's corpse? Muro's body's inside the fridge? Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assume we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess? Maybe you're right. Either way, now I can finally get a look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation. I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do? Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? I mean, do I just keep looking at shit? On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights on. But these ones aren't. It would seem the blue lights come on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights are on, including Muro's. That's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights. Biolab lights. That's not what she's implying. She's implying that they're several days old because maybe the murder happened several days ago. This is a reused body. Murkuro has been dead for a long time now. But what if Murkuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What? Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many? A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can. They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of the other possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account. So, if there's anything else you would like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Muro's profile, it listed her height and weight. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22. Oh, it was 5'7". I thought I was looking for people for 5'9". I was looking back through our roster for people that were 5'9". 31, 22, 32. Did I get that all right? You remembered all that? they are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then, and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake. Our victim in this case, without a doubt, Murkuro Ikasaba. Murkuro Ikasaba's profile. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Go ahead then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here? What? What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms? I do, yes. But to get into any of those lockers, you need a handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook. The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room? So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook. Dots. What makes you say that? Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. Nope! Further proving that we had a school life here. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster. About your father. Could that mean that video is real too? Video? Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything you could have ever imagined. What are you talking about? I need to investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the handmaster's handbook. That way you can... That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I should have no problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker? If you watch this, it'll make sense. A DVD? And it says Class 78, Urgent Reviews. I found that in the hidden room after you left. I don't have time to explain what exactly I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. I can play DVDs, right? This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Huh! Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was. Okay then, are you ready to begin? The voice I heard was of a man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man. I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation. It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter. So, this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys, it's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Dots. Now then, let's get straight to the point. There's a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life in the school. Can you accept that? You want me to accept that? I forgot. Oh man, I haven't done Sayaka's voice in a long time. Is that how I did it? I think I gave her almost like a, yeah, like kind of like this. Okay, I apologize if I screw up voices of dead people. It's been a while. Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of their life in the school? I accept. What? Thank you. I'm sorry about this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word. So we all agreed to barricade ourselves in the school. As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. Dots. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now, but only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because of how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here, I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video I thought had finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. It's me! Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me. So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know I'll be recording our conversation. Yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed to be a fairly normal conversation, but the I in here and now had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of ever meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this. Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that? Dots. Yes. This can't be real. I said yes? I'm sorry to put you through this. Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we? Oh, we don't have much of a choice, do we? But I promise that as long as you're here at the school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated this same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said they would agree to live in the school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oopsie! Looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now? Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass, you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, I'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something. I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect. Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed too obviously in work in the favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... We did, buddy. Interview DVD. Uh-oh. Is it finally time? For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although the dawn is totally pitch black. There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to a drought. But as I said, every end is a promise of a new beginning, which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the Clash trial. Everyone gather once again to you know where. Oop, boop, 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 boop. It's about to begin again. The Clash trial is going to start. The final Clash trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I have no choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Here we go, boys. The final Clash trial. I guess I'm the first one this time. You're early, Makoto. Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now, at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet? Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said, dots. Byakuya. Dots. Byakuya? They all arrived, one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Dots. Hina? Dots. Dots. Hero? More dots. Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. I don't know what she even said. Dots. Ah, strong, silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze. Now listen, everything will be fine if you just leave it to me. With my sharp scissors in hand, did she just say sharp scissors in hand? I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If that's what master wants, it could be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Achoo! Where am I? Dots. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Oof, boop, boo. Is everyone here? Oh, wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. Okay, well then, let's begin. The final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, climaximum sorrow. You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time, it'll be fair. What do you mean, this time? Stop with all this slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fairy Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square, and I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope. Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. So don't try and run away. Yeah! Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever. This'll be over in no time. With an unexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first to enter the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Dots. More dots. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator. They're all acting odd. They're like paranoid, suspicious of each other. But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so. Well, you can tell us all about it soon, at the class trial. You're right. I'm ready. Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. But then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Oh boy, I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward the gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper, 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 deeper still, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes, sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Ugh, I don't like this place at all. Looks like a prison. This is the final trial site? What do you think? It's just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate. It's a long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. Oop, boop, boop, boop. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin! You bet your sweet bippy I do. And anyway, with that being said, that's gonna end that episode. Hope you all enjoyed that one. And I hope to see y'all in the exciting conclusion, figuring out who the mastermind is and all the mysteries of the school in the class trial, baby.